I can't imagine Mike probably saying right now, it's early in the morning, why are they all coming out just to see me? This was a special human being. And you all know, it was like, did you hear the one about or whatever? I mean, he would just change. So I do prayers, but I also do living history from the 1840s to the 1860s. And a lot of times the songs were, the people didn't write music, but they knew new words, so they put new words to things. I was singing this one morning and realized what I was singing, just about a verse in, so it went like this. O God, refresh and gladden my spirit, purify my heart, illumine my powers, I lay all my affairs in thy hand. Thou art my guide and refuge. I will no longer be full of sorrow and grief. I will be a happy and joyful being. Oh God, refrain. Oh God, I will no longer be full of anxiety. No will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. Oh God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord. And then another one I'd like to do for you that Mike used to love when I did this for him. It goes, we all come from God, and unto him do we return. We all come from God, and unto him do we return. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean, or a ray of light returning to the sun. We all come from God, and unto him do we return. We all come from God, and unto him do we return. We're on a journey from God unto God, up from the world of dust below. We're on a journey from God unto God. He will call, we must follow. Far from the glory of thy Lord be that which his people affirm of thee, and peace be upon his messengers. and praise be to God. Far from the glory of my Lord, be that which his people affirm of thee, and peace be upon his messengers, and praise be to God. We all come from God, and unto him do we return. We all come from God, and unto him do we return. Let me tell you a little bit about Mike. He would love me to say this. 1 second. First time I met Mike was probably 3 days after I moved here. I was living in Maine and working at the Baha'i Institute in Maine, and Rex was the first person I met. Mike I met about 3 days later. It was at a party, I don't think, the Welch's house or something like that. And he was talking to these people, and then he talked to this young lady, and she says, what do you do for a living? He said, oh, I work at the Caterpillar tractor factory. She said, she shouldn't have, but she said, what do you do? He says, oh, I put the little shoes on the caterpillars. And I knew I had a friend right there. I never forgot that. I called him brother. I had another brother too, and my other brother is here somewhere. He's one of the biggest guys. There he is over there, Floyd. And so I call Mike my brother because we've been friends for years. And so anyhow, every time he came to town, I worked in the properties office, and he'd come in, we'd have lunch, and then he'd wait or work around the house of worship somewhere. And then his hotel was our couch, okay? He always slept there, and that's where he slept even after we got married, Sandy and me. So that was a big thing. It was his couch. We also went to Ponderosa a lot. And on Friday night, and Janet Marks, I don't know if you all remember Janet Marks, a wonderful person. She liked to come with us. So I'd usually order shrimp, and Janet orders shrimp or something else. And Mike says, oh wait, I want steak, but let me show you how to cook it. So he'd bring the chef over, and he says, okay, put the fire up high, throw the steak down. Okay, it's done, turn it over. Okay, 10 seconds was plenty. I just want to kill the bugs off of the outside of the hair. And he'd eat it that way, but he's just unique, very unique. Let me see. One time we went to Red Lobster, and he says, let's go to Red Lobster, hey? And I said, I can't afford it. He said, no, it's $8 was a lot of money back then. And he said, it's all you can eat. I said, no. He said, yeah, I'm telling you. So we went in there, and I said to the guy, all you can eat? And he said, oh yeah, have a seat. So we sat down, and there's a bunch of people in the place. I wound up eating 30 whole claws, and of course Mike ate 32. And every time we ordered another one, after the fourth time she'd bring them out, everybody got up and clapped for us. And finally we ate it, and as we left, the guy said, did you have a good time? Yeah, and we paid for it. And he says, please don't come back anymore. I can remember that, Mike. Let me see. Oh, and Mike's laugh, definitely you could recognize it in the crowd. It was like, and his pants in was full because he's breathing in so hard like that. And what's the other one? He loved when I played the spoons. So he met me a year before at Green Lake. Is that what it's called? Green Lake. Because I was coming down from Maine to the properties office, and I came into there. So I want to do you a song that I used to do a lot, and I'm going to play it for you. Now the spoons are not anything bad. It's just the fact that it's in the house of worship and we're not really sure. But I think it'll be okay. And we're doing this for Mike anyhow.
Why don't you play the forks?
I save that for eating, believe me. It's like this. I'm going to get this to stay on here. Hopefully I can read it here. If I can, I'll drop something. Oh my God, my adored one, my king, let me tell you a story about this first. I was living in South Hadley, Massachusetts, and we went down to the Baha'i Center at Holyoke, and this really handsome guy sitting on the floor with an afro about, I don't know, this big, with his girlfriend Paula, and it was named as Bobby Henderson, and he had an afro and he had a collar, what is it? Turtleneck collar here, and he had this black medallion. I thought when I looked at him, I thought he was a Panther at the time. Remember the group Panthers? I really thought he was, not that he was anybody that I wanted to talk to. And he started singing these songs like a gospel kind of thing. And I went, I didn't know you could do prayers that way. So I started singing one of the prayers, and it went like this. Oh my God, my adored one, my king, my desire, oh what tongue can boast my thanks to thee. I was heedless and bad, disconcertingly, with that heavenly stream of thy utterance, which flowed forth from the pen of all merciful. Oh my God, my adored one is thee. Oh divine providence, only existence is begotten by thy bounty. Oh my God, my adored one, my king, my desire. Oh, what tongue can boast my thanks to thee. I was heedless and bad, distant, waiting thee. I had turned back from thee, that was gracious saved me. You turned toward thee, I was bonded. I was bitten with the water of life. I was with thee and bad, distant, by me. Without heaven, wasting and thy utterance, which flowed forth from the pen of all merciful. Oh, divine providence is thee. Oh my God, my adored one, my king, my desire. Oh my God, my adored one, my king, my desire. Oh my God, my adored one, my king, my desire. Oh, what tongue can boast my
Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Hay. What a way to begin, my friends, what a way. Thank you so much.